I am very proud to introduce retired president and chief executive officer of the Visiting Nurse Service of New York and former Pace University trustee, Carol Raphael.
I am so pleased to be introducing Carl and Betty Pforzheimer and honoring them both with Pace's Lifetime Achievement Award. Carl and Betty have supported Pace since 1960, giving to several areas, including very generously to scholarships. Carl has chaired the boards of the National Humanities Center, Horace Mann Barnard School, and Urban Glass. He was president of the Scarsdale Board of Education and is an emeritus member of the boards of the Corning Museum of Glass and the America for Bulgaria Foundation. Betty Pforzheimer has been a community volunteer and revered leader in education and the system of care for children with disabilities and chronic illness. She has served on the boards of Blythedale Children's Hospital, the New York State Archives Partnership, the Westchester Community Foundation, Wellesley College, and chaired the boards of Literacy Volunteers of Westchester and New York State and the Bank Street College of Education. They established the Pforzheimers Honors College, which is a highly esteemed community of talented undergraduate scholars.
The Honors College provides me with opportunities to apply for research grant money, and they also give me plenty of activities to get involved around campus. The Honors College is a wonderful community to be a part of, and whether it's just simply hanging out with friends or studying within the Honors College room, I'm always welcomed and I always feel supported.
Your generous support has helped me feel so welcome as an international student in a completely new environment, and it's allowed me to meet so many new people and attend so many events I would have otherwise not got the opportunity to. The Honors College has also given me some amazing opportunities, for example, becoming a student ambassador, which has given me great exposure to a wider community and will definitely help me in the future. The Honours community is so welcoming and so caring towards every single student, and I love that I have a place on campus I can just walk into anytime and speak with anyone, and they're happy to have a chat with me and help me out with anything I need.
I feel very fortunate to have been able to work with both Carl and Betty. It has been said that leadership is about being able to translate vision into reality. That is what both Carl and Betty have been able to do. It is our great pleasure to honor them this evening.
Thank you for your care and support and investment in PACE students like myself.
Thank you for your generous support, and congratulations.
First, may Betty and I thank Carol and the students very much for that extremely flattering and gracious introduction. We would also thank PACE for the privilege of being included in the company of Joe Iannello, Nancy Garvey, Robert Ellen, Elmarico Mojica, incredibly accomplished individuals who have done themselves and PACE proud. Betty's and my sincere congratulations to them for their awards. As well, Sharina Medford is outstanding in her talent. Looking back on myself at her age, I truly wonder if I could have operated with so much gravitas. I imagine that it's her natural abilities doubtlessly augmented by being a PACE graduate. A Lifetime Achievement Award makes one realize, naturally, how old one is. And at the same time, makes one also realize that it generally does take a lifetime to achieve things worth achieving. So, on the one hand, Betty and I are very grateful to PACE for giving us this award, and on the other, very grateful to be here and able to receive it. The subtitle of our award, Philanthropy, is a generational thing. At least it was with us. Both our sets of parents were themselves very philanthropic and passed it on. Helping others achieve goals individually or institutionally was held out to be an organic necessity of living a full life of one's own. Or, as my father was fond of saying, one should aspire to be privately happy and publicly useful. Philanthropy stems also, in my opinion, from volunteerism, a uniquely American calling. Type volunteerism in America into the Google search box, and you can peruse, or could if you had the time, over 6 million entries. One of the entries bears the headline, Volunteering in U.S. hits record high, worth $167 billion. That statistic was from a November 2018 report from nationalservice.gov website. Allow me to quote just a few items from that report and note the connections between volunteerism and philanthropy. The 2018 Volunteering in America report found that 77 million Americans volunteered nearly 6.9 billion hours. It was all in 2018, worth an estimated $167 billion in economic value. Millions more were supportive of friends and family and did favors for their neighbors, suggesting that many are engaged in acts of informal volunteering. The research also found that Americans are generous with more than just their time. Volunteers donate to charity at twice the rate of non-volunteers. Nearly 80% of volunteers donated to charity, compared to 40% of non-volunteers. Overall, half of all citizens donated to charity in 2017. Among the key findings in the report, Generation X, I have to know that, remind myself, those are people born between 65 and 79, had the highest rate, 36% of volunteering, while baby boomers, 44 to 64, are giving more hours of service, 2.2 billion. And most interesting, excuse me, 1 in 3 volunteers raises funds for nonprofits. Impressive numbers, don't you think? And impressive connections between volunteerism and philanthropy. Betty and I have been involved in many connections, as you heard, and we have been on a large number of not-for-profit boards and give to quite a number of charities each year as a consequence of these involvements. We donate also according to a theory that is encapsulated in a phrase Betty brought home one day from a fundraising seminar, give until it feels good. Speaking of Betty, I want to make sure that all here recognize this award is to her as well, even though she chose to allow me to make the remarks. That's because she has supported me in everything we have done in philanthropy and is herself a volunteer without peer, as you heard. Thanks from me are almost superfluous to Betty, but heartfelt nonetheless. And special thanks as well to those family and close friends here tonight, and again to all the rest of those supporters here and attending virtually who think so highly of PACE. PACE University is one of our favorite educational institutions, especially because it lives by its motto, Opportunitas, every day. I was honored to serve on its board, and PACE has made Betty and me feel very good tonight. Thank you again from both of us.